Hi, friends. Welcome to Enlightened World Network. Dr. Ruth Anderson and Teri Angel here for a meditation a day. Today, we are doing what we call meditation excavation, where we're just going to go in and meditate. We invite you to join us, and Teri and I'll just be sharing whatever Spirit is sharing with us. So we're glad you're here. Teri Angel, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you, Ruth. It's good to be here with you.
Okay. Teri, why don't we get started and I'll ask you to join. And if y'all hear dogs in the background, that's just Teri's dogs saying good morning.
Okay, well, let's get going into our heart center and just asking the angels to help the dogs to settle as we settle our energy. So take a breath into your heart, breathe it in slowly and back out slowly. As we're focused on that breath, let's bring in the angels. We invite in Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Uriel, asking them to surround us, protect us, do any healing energy that needs to be done during this meditation, and bring us to a good place where we can stay centered and balanced in the earth energy, and we can open our hearts, our minds, our spirit to be touched by the divine. And we call in any of the helpers, any ascended masters, angels and archangels, and loved ones in spirit. And we ask for the divine to oversee everything that we do in this meditation time. And thank you. And so it is.
Teri, thank you. So all I was seeing was just like dark, like quiet and calm and dark. And then they showed me those huge, like human-sized vessels, almost like a big vase. Like, but I don't know a better word for it, a water vessel, I guess. But they're as big as we are. And there's many of them. We haven't seen these in over a year. Golly.
Yeah.
But each one has different energy to it. Each one has different attributes to it. And last time they asked us to just go choose one and go cozy up to it and see if we could feel that energy. Teri, can you see those vessels?
I do. I do. I see one that is so ornate, and I'm just loving the energy of that one. And it feels like peace. Yeah, it's just got good energy coming out of it and all surrounding it. I want
So,
to visit with that one.
yeah, so choose a vessel. Friends, if you can see them, go choose one. If you can't see one, imagine them and go choose one. And just explore it for a moment. Some of them looks like has a door. You can actually open the door and step into it.
It's interesting when you mentioned the door. I hadn't seen it until you said that word door. And then all of a sudden, it's like I went right inside the vessel and down a hallway. So, like inside the vessel, there were all of these chambers. And I've never experienced that. It's almost like a maze where you make all these turns and don't know where you're going to end up. So, just exploring right now.
What's that Bible verse, Teri? In my father's house, there are many rooms. Is that
There
the
are many mansions.
mansions? Okay.
I go to prepare a place for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling is that prepared place for us. Interesting.
Yeah, it seems to be exciting to turn a corner and not know what to expect. So I'm just doing that. I'm just going through this maze, and there comes a point where I have to make a decision. Do I go left? Do I go right? And it just feels like when we are at a crossroads and we don't know which way to go, we don't know which is the right choice for us. And that's when we have to use our intuition.
I chose a very gold ornate vessel. And inside it, I'm seeing a hallway. I'm seeing lots of doors, lots of gold ornate everywhere. And behind every door is a different archangel. And so it's like I can choose which archangel I want to study with, I want to get a message from. I know all the vessels are different. Some of them just felt very calm and relaxed. So I chose the door with Archangel Michael, and he is all adorned in all this gold finery. And inside this room is all of these gold things. And I heard something about all the riches. Like when you choose a life of loving God, then there's all these riches, and it's the riches aren't necessarily monetary riches, richness of spirit and heart and soul.
Hmm. It's interesting how different the insides of our vessels are, just like us, just like people. We're we're different but the same, but we have different experiences. And in my maze, when I turn a corner, I chose to go left. And when I turned the corner, there was an angel sitting like up at the very top of the maze that I was walking through. And I don't know which angel that is. I'm not familiar with that energy. But it's interesting that they're there inside this vessel, just watching and observing. They're not leading, they're not pushing, they're just observing what's going on. But I don't feel afraid or lost, just in an observant mode of what can I find? What do I need to know in this maze? It feels like a real teaching moment from the angels. Like, what's she going to do? let's let's just allow and see what happens, and see which way the turns will take you. So I'm just going with the flow right now of what my intuition is telling me.
What do the walls look like in your vessel?
They're they look almost like a cork board. They're that color. I don't know what color you call that, but they're not like solid. It looks like you could just like put your finger and you would push through it. Everything is almost in movement. I can see the energy of it as I go by it, and feel some of it feels warm and some of it feels cooler. Hmm. But there's no water in here. It's all just soft as I walk, almost like walking on clouds. I still don't know who that angel is. It's just really intently watching what I'm doing. I don't know if this is a new angel for me to meet or just one that's hanging out here in this particular vessel.
Teri, I'm getting that this angel is connected to Haniel and Jophiel.
Hmm. Well, that makes sense. Because Haniel is the angel of joy, and that's what they want for us, is more joy in our lives.
They're showing me, this is so interesting because I'm looking at your vessel and the steps, the floor of it almost looks springy. I don't know why they're showing me that, what that has to do with anything.
It's very soft. You sink down a little bit with each footstep. I think that's part of the joy. I think it's like being like a child again, that childlike awe and wonder, and where everything is just fun, jumping and skipping, and all that comes with being a child and being free. You just saw Archangel Michael peek out of your vessel. Like, what's going on over there? He might come and join the party.
Going back to my vessel. I think I'm supposed to be paying attention over there.
Now, mine feels like it's the twists and turns of life because there will be times when we don't know what's around the corner. There'll be times when we're given visions of that road straight ahead. But it feels like this is a time to just be, just enjoy, and there's no stress involved. Like I said, if I don't feel lost, I don't feel like I have to go a certain way. I can go any way I want to go. And it feels like it's just a phase of life that we get to when we don't put so much pressure on ourselves and we just are open and say, what do I need to know? What's around that next corner for me? That's what mine feels like.
Yours is a very calm place. There's nothing scary. It's just calm. I think, you open a door, there might be something behind the door, but it's also the realization you don't have to. You don't have to go with scary things. You don't have to go with upsetting things. If you stay in this corridor, it's very calm. It's kind of like remembering to be grounded, remembering to start your day with your spiritual practice. And then you can just kind of glide through your day.
Love that. It feels like Archangel Michael has a teaching for you or something going on there in your vessel.
Yeah,
And
go ahead.
Michael is the protector, he's the guardian. And I'm not sure what he's doing. It feels like he's giving you strength for something. Is it maybe for this coming year?
What I saw in the different gold pieces in this room is that there were different pieces of scripture written in them.
Mhm.
And yes, I think it's like to help me feel more protected or calm, or if I find myself anxious, oh, use this scripture, rely on this. And I've heard in meditation before, the armor of God is the words of God. And so having those in my pocket to rely on. There must be a book that has just all the good little, not that the rest aren't good, but the pertinent nowadays phrases from the Bible that can be helpful. I'd like that little book, like your little book, Teri, but I want one that has the good little Bible verses in it.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. It's interesting that probably about halfway through the year, with the messages that came in from the angels, they started turning me to the Psalms in the Bible. And with each message, there was a song that they wanted us to hear. And so, like the latter part of the book that will come out, it's going to have a verse, and most of it is from the Psalms. It will be going along with the message.
That's lovely.
Mhm. They give us what we need, always.
Teri, what else do you see in my vessel?
There's something tucked away in a corner, and it almost looks like a baby crib. And I don't know if this is representing the baby Jesus and the innocence. That's what it feels like, the innocence, the promise. It's almost like it has a spotlight on it. There's a lot of darkness, dark walls, but this is like a white crib, and there's nothing in the crib, just that representation, that symbol, and it feels like it's a symbol of hope. I really feel like yours is about this coming year and the things that are going to come up for you, and lessons and blessings and things that you'll be going through. And so that's very profound to offer you a symbol of hope, of innocence and purity. It feels really good energy. Yeah, I don't often see Jesus as a baby. I normally, when Jesus comes to me, it's an adult. But this feels like it's just that representation that Christ came into the world an innocent being and remained innocent, but just that very act of being just like all of us humans who are born and have our innocence when we come into the world. We're not tainted by any teachings or ideas that people put on us of how we're supposed to be. So it feels like almost like a rebirth for you this year. And that's exciting.
It's beautiful. I'm just walking down the corridor looking into the different doors because I had seen the different archangels in each one. And as I open each archangel is adorned in gold, and there's all this gold stuff behind them. So I think the message would have been the same no matter which door I took.
But each one of those chambers has a different feel, a different color. I was seeing lots of color in your vessel.
There are so many vessels here. And I'm thinking every day you could start in meditation and choose a different vessel and just see what the message is for the day.
It's like a good meditation book, Ruth.
Yeah.
What vessel will you enter today?
Teri, again, they're just reminding me the importance of starting every single day this year in a space of connection to your spiritual practice. Are you getting that there's more, Teri?
Well, I just heard touch base with your heart. So every morning, as you either go into one of the vessels or just sit in a quiet moment, just get in touch with your heart because that's where the seat of your soul is. And when we can start the day recognizing God and the God in us, the divinity, spark of the divine that we are, the day just goes smoother and things turn out better for us because we start with that mindset of I am exactly where I need to be and what do I need to know for this day. And that's a great meditation, a great way to start the day. What do I need to know for this day? And then stay present with that thought. That was the last thing they showed me. And my angel is still sitting in the vessel, so I guess that particular angel just wants to hang out with me for a while. I see all of yours like they're just happy in your vessel. It's a peaceful place, very content. Yeah, it feels like if we were to try to put a topic or something on this meditation that we're doing, it's self-awareness, going inside and reflecting and looking at the choices that we make all the time. And are we making that in a moment of being in touch with spirit? Or are we just letting whatever happens happen? I encourage everyone to go into your heart every time that you have a choice to make. It'll turn out a lot better.
I'm not getting that I've got anything else. Well, that was beautiful. Yeah, I just think, if folks wanted to incorporate the vessels into their morning meditation and just see what did spirit have for them that day. I think maybe some possibility there. Well, Teri, thank you so much for this meditation. And friends, thank you for being here. And we look forward to spending every day of 2025 with some kind of meditation or lesson here this year. And we invite you to join us every single day. We're here along on the same journey with you. So take good care. God bless. Thank you, Teri.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.